guitar, and I, when I finally got enough money to find bell bottoms and get these jackets that I'd always pined for, it was just, it was like the prophecy fulfilling itself. Because I was traveling the country, watching the Black Crowes and doing all that stuff.
Did you want to be a musician?
Yeah, and I still do that on the side,
Guitar?
recreationally. Yeah, I got a cover band in Kansas City now.
Nice. I know that Kid Rock's your buddy.
Kid Rock's my buddy. Well, let's back up. Bobby Ritchie is my buddy. When he becomes Kid Rock, I tend to.
Okay. All right. But that was you at the time. That was your true self. You were.
Yeah, and then I grew up and was like, okay, I'm kind of over this, and I'm 30 something. Maybe it's time to not dress like I want to be in the Allman Brothers. And so yeah, I just eventually cut. I cut my hair because that didn't turn out the way I wanted it. And I thought it was going to grow into like a mane of curls, and it just grew out like this shrubbery. And so, yeah, and then you just grow up, and you're like, okay, I don't need this hair. And then you're like, okay, I don't need these clothes. And then you just, you grow up, and you become a different person. Or not a different person, just.
Yeah, you maybe put away some, I don't want to say childish things, but you just sort of get a different perspective on it.
Yeah, and you also want to show yourself in a different light. I didn't want to show myself as a guy that maybe sold weed. I wanted to project myself as someone that was successful and, like that.
But still, and I know, I don't want to say it haunted you, but for years, people are like, do Taco Bell. Right?
Oh, yeah. And for a long time, I that would upset me. And now I think it's the greatest compliment in the world.
Cool.
It's like, oh, these people still know these bits. And, I'll still do rape nudge at the end of the show sometimes. And, you start the joke and you watch people in the audience high five each other. Like, he's doing it.
But that's the dichotomy when we go to see a band that we love and they go, here's stuff from our new album. Boo, boo.
Yeah.
But comedian, hey, here are these jokes from my special 2 years ago. We already heard these.
Yeah. Well, it's they want to hear one or two.
The classics.
They want to hear like one bit. But yeah, if you show up and you do your last special start to finish, yeah, they're going to be upset, and they have every right to be because they've already seen all this. But yeah, I do have a lot of musician friends where I'm like, we have the exact opposite problems.
Right. Well, there's some guy, and I don't blame him because is it Kevin Farley, Chris Farley's brother? Yeah. So I've seen him many times open for Spade. I've seen him at the Strip in New York. And the same 12 minutes, decades, it's the same 12 minutes. And he's not doing an hour. And I thought, why not? It works and he kills.
Yeah.
Why change it? All right.
Yeah. Because eventually people see it.
Well, comedy nerds like me see it.
Yeah.
But there's another comedian, I won't say his name on the air, who I love. And I know it's going to be at least 75% of the stuff I've seen for years.
Yeah.
But there'll be about 20. And I'm always like thinking, oh, this is new. But I love it so much that I keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also think, look, when it comes to music and they say, hey, we're going to play the new stuff. If the new stuff's good.
If it's good. Yeah.
Then we want to hear it.
Right.
But if it's just something you made so you could go on tour again, you can leave that at home.
I remember I was interviewing the guy from One Republic, the lead singer. And for his hit, and he goes, we have this new song that's going to be big. And I'm thinking, oh, the new song. But it was the Counting Stars. It was the official song of Major League Baseball that year. It's like, so you're right. I shouldn't shun the new stuff. You never know.
Yeah. But also, I went to see the Doobie Brothers a couple years ago, and it was too much new stuff.
Yeah.
It was you're the Doobie Brothers. Yeah. If I don't hear Blackwater real quick, I'm going to be real upset about this.
That's what I don't like about some cover bands who are so into the group that they do self-indulgent deep cuts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're all here for the hits. If you want to do a deep cut, great, but you better be another hit right after.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went and saw Hall & Oates at the Borgata years ago. And it was an older crowd, and no one stood up for the entire show. It was just everyone sat down. And then at one point, they're like, we're going to play this song. We haven't played in 20 years. And they start playing it. And this old man, 2 rows in front of me, you could tell it was like his song. He could not believe they were playing it live. He claps his hand and he stands up and he's dancing along. His wife's jabbing him in the side. This lady behind him who doesn't even know him is also shoving her hand in his back, going, sit down, sit down. And he turned, and I'm behind her going, keep going. Stand. And they're looking at me. I go, let him have fun. It's a concert. And he turns around and looks at them and he goes, I'm not sitting down. And for 3.5 minutes, this guy had the time of his life. And then as soon as the song was over, he stared everyone down and sat back down, and the rest of the show was fine.
Wow, that's you in 30 years.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, no, I did that at a Black Crowes concert like 15 years ago. They sat me up front, and, of course, I'm standing right up dancing. These old people behind me are like, will you sit down? I go, no. I go, this is a concert.
Right.
I drove 4 hours to be here.
Right. If we're at a basketball game,
absolutely.
I guess I'm blacking out your view.
And then they had a cop come over, and he was like, will you sit down? I go, no, I don't have to. It's a concert. And he goes, well, then will you just go stand over there for me? I was like, yeah, that's fine.
That's cool. Well, at least you're reasonable. I had Thomas Dolby. You know who he is? She blinded me with science. That's fun.
Yeah.
So he was on my show a couple of weeks ago. And then last week or 2 weeks or whatever, they have this concert at the Castro with all 80s bands.
Yeah.
And so he left me a ticket. So I checked it out. And so it's like, it's Tommy Two-Tone. We just want to hear 8675309.
Yeah.
So they would everybody got 3 songs and it was on rails. It was really well done. And everybody got to do their one hit. And then Flock of Seagulls did their 2 hits, Iran, the national anthem of Iran. And so cool. And then Thomas Dolby is the last one. And we're waiting for She Blinded Me with Science. And he starts doing this like explorative, like African music. And then he did like a jazz exploration. And 5 songs in, I left. Because it was like 10:45 on a school night. And I'm like, I give up. So to him, he's like, well, I want to do my music. And I thought, if I was going to a Thomas Dolby concert, I would be a little pissed that you were doing this, but it's your show.
Yeah.
Everyone in here, I'm the young guy at this show. I was called Whippersnapper. This is all music for you. It's not for us. Like, as you know, read the room.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I don't know. I just was saying, and thanks for the ticket, Thomas. He's a lovely guy on the show. But it's just like, do you really think we came here to hear a jazz exploration?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing. Or the guy from Jethro Tull was doing like a Jethro Tull opera. And, my parents went, but they knew what it was. Right. They had read the article, but people don't read. They just see a headline and they just react. So they just see Jethro Tull, don't read any of the other words.
All right.
And they show up and there's no, they play half a Aqualung in Act 1, and and people are streaming out. It's like, this really isn't on him, because he told you what this was going to be. But you're absolutely right. If I show up to a Black Crow show and they're like, hey, this is our jazz odyssey, yeah, you're going to be upset.
When I was, we have about a minute here before the break, but when I was in high school, I really liked the Doors and Jim Morrison, the Lizard King, and my dad, when he was in the Navy in Hawaii, he was an officer, and Admiral Morrison was on the staff. And I was like, whoa. And he lived in Alameda for a while. Another shout out Alameda. I went to see his grave at the Père Lachaise in Paris. And so then I was in college. Jim Morrison's brother-in-law is going to give a talk, and a tell-all. Was like, whoa, I got to see what this inside story is. So I paid, whatever, $10. This guy comes out, and he goes, hello, is everyone all right? I married Jim Morrison's sister after he died. And I'm like,
that doesn't count.
What am I doing? So I heard one story where I'm like, dude, you're traveling around to colleges in the U.S.
Yeah. See a guy who knew Jim Morrison.
I married his sister after he died. And he wasn't just a lovely English accent. It was an annoying one like this. And on that note, we'll go to a commercial break. Chris Porter is in studio. Come on back.
She's ready.
There it is.
Oh, Mississippi, she's calling my name. Catfish are jumping, that paddle wheel bumping. Black water keep rolling on fast as the sea. Oh, black water keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on? Oh, black water keep on rolling.
Are you an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes? Just in case, Skyrizi Risankizumab Riza can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Control is everything to me.
Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Every champion has a team behind them, and for thousands of families without insurance, Christ Clinic is that team. At Christ Clinic in Katy, Texas, they provide high-quality, faith-based health care to people who can't afford it, because everyone deserves a shot at health, no matter their income or insurance status. Their doctors, volunteers, their mission, rooted in compassion, their impact, over 10,000 patient visits every year and growing. But they can't do it without help from fans like you. If you ever cheered for a comeback story, this is your chance to be a part of one. Donate today at ChristClinicKaty.org and help them keep the doors open for those who need it most. One gift can be the difference between surviving and thriving. Christ Clinic in Katy, where health meets hope and faith goes to work. That's Christ Clinic Katy, spelled Katy.org. Team up with them today.
I get a lot of calls from people across the country who are suffering from the affliction of IRS tax debt. Hi, I'm the tax doctor. Call me right now. My team specializes in helping people over the age of 50 solve their tax problems. And the bigger your tax problem is, the more money you can save. If you owe the IRS money, or you're about to owe the IRS money, or even if you need to file years of unfiled returns, call us right now. Our friendly, highly trained representatives are waiting right now to take your call. Over the years, we've helped thousands of people just like you stop the tax liens, wage garnishments, and harassing phone calls. You don't need to send the IRS a big fat check. We can negotiate a lower amount. That's what we guarantee for you. So call us right now.
800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359.
If we're handing out insults for being fat, let's have a go at him. Look at him. Why? And he's got glasses. Let's call 4 eyes as well. Why don't we call him Fatty Fatty Toad Boy?
1, 2, 3, 4. Steven and his army are big and skinny, not tonight. Steven and his army step.
Don't be getting your granny panties all in a bunch. We got Rick Tittle up in here.
All right, with Chris Porter, nice enough to hang around, our good buddy. He is a stand-up comedian. He's hilarious. I can attest to that in person. I want to make sure I check him out and his run here at the Punchline. He had a show last night. He has one tonight. He has 2 tomorrow. He has 2 on Saturday as well. PunchlineComedy.com for tickets. Chris Porter is also a huge Kansas City fan.
Yeah.
Of the Royals and the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And I knew you when all you had was the Brett Saberhagen 85 Royals. And since then, you've got Royals World Series winners. You've got Chief multiple World Series. So are we
multiple Super Bowl?
A Super. Okay. But now, are we in a little bit of a dip? Let's start with the with things at the K right now with the Royals. What's going on with the?
This year was very disappointing. We all had a lot of hope, especially since last year seemed to be like, oh, that was our dip. 24, we get to the divisional, we lose to the Yankees. We were far outmatched. And then this year, Look, I'm of the opinion that we need to clean house in the upper in the management section, I think we have some really good talent. A good core with Caglione, Pascantino, Witt.
Yeah.